All right. Instagram sucks. My life has gotten so much better since I have left Instagram. Still don't know about other social media, but at least I feel my age doing this. I don't feel like a petulant, infantilized like creature. I'm a man. What man posts to Instagram? The app is the color of like a fucking lollipop. You're not a serious person if you post to Instagram. I think there's a lot of things in this life too where we want too much. Maybe you shouldn't post to 6 apps. Maybe that's a little too much. And then maybe if you want to stick to just purely Instagram and be in that 12-year-old battlefield, that's on you. But myself, my life has become exponentially better. Way too much I see. I'm walking around and when people are looking at their phones, they are like, it's like you caught them red-handed or something. They're embarrassed. And I'm going to tell you what they're looking at that they're embarrassed about, which is Instagram. Because you should be embarrassed. You should want your life to go in a way where you are growing up. Not in a way where, the most juvenile things are going on. If they're having campaigns about protecting children, you probably shouldn't be on that app. Leave that app for the children. It's childish. Fitness used to be cool. Used to be on YouTube. And now Instagram, you like one video about fitness and it's like the story of some 40-year-old on steroids comeback, and he is a coach. I'm sorry. That is so gay. And if you interact with that material, you are cheapening your life in some ways. Now, I'll talk more down the road about how I would want to make money on the internet, because that's what this channel is about, is making money on the internet. But there is something extremely cheap, and yeah, of course, people get like, don't go where everybody else is going. Okay, where is everybody going? Instagram. Maybe that's not where the money is going into 2026. Going into 2026, off Instagram, longer uploads, no more spending hours making HD content, one-shot yourself type things. You'll never grow that way. It's something too about like, okay, I come on YouTube and there's some like thoughts and other platforms, but the way they have this grid and it just like annihilates your brain, and just the retardation that takes place is just so IQ lowering. Also, do you know what I have done since I stopped Instagram? I've read 2 books. I don't know anybody in the past month that I have talked to that has read a book. I don't know. I've been going to the library. I've been able to sit with my time more and not scroll. I have been on Reddit. I have been on X. But they don't have this compulsion to retard and liquidate my brain. It was a very hard process too, because I was very into making a lot of art and sharing it, but like this TRT Central Andrew Tate wannabe clips and stuff, like, they just don't make any sense. It's not the way to do it. And I know a lot of people like want these like god physiques. Like they're going to Instagram, they're like, oh, I'm gonna be like a god, bro. It's like, dude, like especially like me, it's like, bro, you're 34, man. Like you should be sending emails, making high-end offers to clients that are like really one-on-one. Like you're not gonna meet that client on Instagram. It's just not gonna happen. I've been on Discord too. I recently joined a Discord that I paid some money to join. It's okay. Hear me out. It's okay. The trade that I took today to make 100%, that's from in here, man. Just think about that. Like, our world is like us pushed out. You know, and the more you consume other people's content, the less, sometimes people see that they can push things out. You know? And going into 2026, you want all the inner monologue that you can have and all the ideas that you can have. I think that what's really going to kill Instagram too is there's so many products that people try and sell online, but the information as AI gets better, it's becoming more. So I don't know, is making channels about how you can help people make videos and things like that. Like, does that shit even matter right now? Like, I don't think so. Does like a 35-year-old's like daily routine matter and will do anything in your life? You need friends, you need hobbies, you should go to the library and read a book. Build a little inner monologue. But I'm just here to say that life has gotten much better though. I know it's crazy out here. Everything's expensive and there's a lot of complaints, right? But man, last thing you need to be doing is chilling on some kids app. Even my YouTube videos, they are gonna take some time to grow. But I also know one thing, that growing on Instagram is not the thing. It's not the thing to do. More on trading at some point. I was able to make a great trade today on a very small amount, which is awesome. But like at the same time, I don't know if I could ever teach anybody about this stuff unless it was one-on-one. Like a whole like Discord shout out thing, it's too much pressure. And like you're not pressured to take the risk. And then like you're getting like $100 from like 20 people. So there's no really like, what's the pressure? You're getting like free mortgage, free rent, by just maintaining the looks of the thing, and you're not really like all that hungry to like get it. Whereas where I see like the money from any clients that I can have would be through like one-on-one working, or like deep dives into the information away from the clickbait, and be like, oh, I was so right, and posting about it. Oh, this was the gains. Where it's like, dude, you made that one trade like 2 months ago. Like trying to be in and out like every day if you can, making some cash. But I like this life. I like hanging out with my girlfriend and keep it to myself and not having any FOMO from that platform. Or also being a part of people's like validation chain. People who know me, they can come to my pages or my website, or maybe they'll get an email with an offer. But like, I'm not here to like, be a part of this like low level communication chain that is going on these days. You know what I mean? There's so much more to life I found out in the last couple of years, and I'm going to keep that going. and keep making my accounts as strong as possible, my websites as strong as possible. I hope that like maybe one day I would come back to the platform if they made it aesthetically better, and it was a cool place, and it felt like it was actually like player versus player. Like Twitter feels like player versus player. YouTube feels like player versus player. It's where the action is, you know. There's not much action on Instagram. It's the most voyeuristic app there is. It's where your friends like watch you do things, and this is not just like me from like complaining about my experiences. I'm telling you, like, you know, I saw this meme of like someone peeking over a fence, and they were like, yeah, that's what Instagram's been like lately, and that's why I had to leave, because it's just, you know, you don't need to like see who's looking at your stuff, and like you're either making something or you're not. So going into 2026, no more Instagram. I will definitely be posting some more vids on here. So many interesting insights. You know, staying away from the quick fix apps. I've been working with interactive brokers, it's cold email campaigns, and all these kinds of things. They're pretty special to me. I hired someone to help me with my campaigns. They live in Pakistan. That was today. I talked to somebody else about these campaigns. And like, if I would do this information and for it to do well, I think that I'd have to do this like app stuff, or like make these like little reels, dude. I am anti the tall rectangle format, which is never meant to be that way. It's never meant to be that way. So cheers. If you're not on Instagram, I commend you. I have no problem with any other app right now. The other thing that's crazy, I just met somebody on Reddit. I meant to text her something today, but I texted something to my therapist, which was really weird. But anyways, though, but that's like, you know, it's a real app. You know, when you try and send DMs and you're meeting people, Instagram throttles that stuff. They want you to be as verified as possible, where that's not what makes the internet fun. Like, I don't want to give you my ID and do all this, like, pay for $15 a month to do stuff. It's like, no, I want to have burner accounts. I want to have fun with this, you know. Or it's not even simply worth my time to be this like extremely verified person. Yo, life is crazy out here, though. I was very set on making HD content for that looked as polished as possible, and to sell that stuff to clients. Now I'm kind of more, take the GoPro out, aesthetically make it nice, but do not kill yourself over it. We have the potential. Break out the FX3 when you're really feeling it, but like past that, bro, that's too much, man. It's too crazy out here. And like, I don't think that you can possibly have a good offer if you spend that much money or time and things like that doing those kinds of things. So that's my rant, though. Definitely, I got a new website, and I've been changing up the brand, because you're not like I am. You're not gonna make it if you're on Instagram. You're not gonna make it. That is NGMI and 9MI. Like, you're not gonna make it. Not gonna make it.